Hi guys, talking about the most favorable countries to migrate to, Germany has been deemed one. People from all over the world want to have a chance to move to Germany. So therefore, in this video, I'll be sharing with you how to move to Germany. Welcome back to my channel. If today is the first time you're welcome to Travel and Explore with Follow. This is a channel where I share information about visa processing, tourist centers around the world, travel news, travel essentials, and cheap tickets. If this is what you're interested in, feel free to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I put up a new video. All right, and before we get started, please give this video a thumbs up. If you are new, kindly subscribe, and if you have any question after watching this video, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section or send me an email at travelandexplorewithfollow@gmail.com. I'll link it here. All right, so let's get into the video. To migrate to Germany, you must have a valid reason. There are several ways in which foreign nationals can migrate to Germany, which includes migrating for employment, migrating for education, migrating for entrepreneur, migrating for family reunion, and migrating for permanent residency. So all these I'm going to explain in details as we go on. Before migrating, there are actually general requirements for all pathways to migrate to Germany. Even though there are lots of pathways in which you can migrate, each of them has a specific requirement, of which few of them are similar to each other, right? To be eligible to move to Germany, you must fulfill the following criteria, which are: number one, proof of financial stability, which you must be able to prove that you can finance yourself in Germany. Even though you are working, you must have an initial fund pending the time you will receive your salary. The number two requirement is you must have health insurance. You will not be able to move to Germany without a valid health insurance. And the recommended way is to get Germany health insurance. And the third requirement is for you to have a basic knowledge to be proficient to be able to live in Germany. You will need to learn German. So right now, let's talk about getting a German visa. Citizens of some countries are required to get a visa before entering into Germany. All other nationals do not need a visa to enter Germany. All they need to do is to apply for residence permit after entering into Germany. So let's talk about the types of Germany visa. There are different types of Germany visa, which includes the tourist visa, the business visa, the study visa, the job seeker visa, the working or employment visa, and guest scientist visa, and training or internship visa. Those are all the types of German visas. So right now I'm going to move into the different pathways of migrating to Germany as highlighted earlier, which the first one is German immigration for employers. Germany has reported shortage in their skilled workers and highly qualified people. They are constantly looking for engineers, IT professionals, medical workers, and other qualified professionals. So to encourage such people for Germany immigration, foreign nationals authorities have relaxed the stringent requirements to go to Germany and work. So because of this, one of the most demanded immigration to Germany is through finding a job in Germany. The step to move into Germany for work are as follows: find a job in Germany which accepts foreign nationals, apply for Germany working or employment visa, move to Germany and get the working residency permit. Aside that, before getting a residency permit for working in Germany, the employer must prove that there is shortage of employee in Germany or the EU. The position could not be filled. The second thing to prove is that the employee will have the same condition as any other German employee in terms of salary and working environment. And the third one is employee must meet all educational and work experience requirements for the job position. And the last one is that the company hiring employee meets all requirements of the German country in terms of registration and certification. As an employee in Germany, you will have the chance to work as long as your residence permit allows it. If your employer wants to continue your work relation even after your expiration, you can apply for an extension, or after a certain period of time, you could also apply for residence permit. So right now, let's talk about the Germany immigration for education. Many people knows that Germany offer free education. This means that unlike places like US, UK, which have huge tuition fees, universities in Germany either have a very low fee or do not charge anything at all. Because of this, Germany is a popular place to immigrate for education purposes. To migrate to Germany for completing a university degree, you must obtain a visa to study in Germany. If you get your education visa for Germany and complete your degree in Germany, you can remain in Germany and search for a job for a limited period of time. If you can find a job during that time, you are allowed to stay in Germany, and maybe later on you have your permanent residency in Germany. So right now, let's move on to the immigration for entrepreneurs. If you are an investor and you are interested in Germany, you are very lucky. Entrepreneurs and investors who create economic opportunities in Germany are allowed to migrate to Germany. However, there are certain thresholds of investment in which you must meet, and in addition to that, you need to get a self-employed visa, which falls under the categories of German working visa. To get the visa, you must prove the following: that you have the required form to make the investment, that your investment will benefit the German economy, that your investment is demanded in the country. If you maintain your status as an entrepreneur in Germany, you will be allowed unlimited extension of your residence permit after 3 years, which means that you can enter and leave the country at your will whenever you want. So right now, let's move on to the Germany immigration for family reunion. There are instances where people move to Germany for various reasons or to have their family behind in their home country. All spouses and children under 16 years old are allowed to apply for immigration to Germany to join their spouse or parents. And to be eligible for family reunion immigration, spouse must prove that they are married, and children have to provide birth certificates. For children under 16 years old, it is not necessary to have a German language skill since they are assumed to be able to learn it quickly. However, for children over 16 years of age, there must be sufficient proof of German language proficiency and the ability to adapt and integrate. And as for spouses, they will need to have at least A1 in German proficiency to qualify. If the spouse already in Germany was allowed to work, the same will apply to the other spouse who is joining. So the visa for spouses are bound by the same conditions. So right now, let's move on to German resident permits. When you get one of these visas for immigration, you will also get a residence permit. This residency permit can be temporary or permanent. Temporary residency allows foreign nationals to stay in Germany for a specified period of time and then return to their own countries. Permanent residency permit is that the foreign national can stay in Germany as long as they want to, can leave and return to the country whenever they want. However, a Germany residency permit does not mean you get a German citizen. That is another process entirely. In general, Germany has 2 temporary residence permits and 1 permanent. 2 residence permits and 1 permanent residency permit.